the Rock, we investigate ChatGPT and how it's affecting students at our school. And then we take a look at the rebuilding efforts of the Tommy Thompson Trestle. And finally, a Super Bowl 57 preview. All that and more this week on The Rock.
13 strong, we are The Rock. We'll make the show until we drop. We'll bring you news and we won't tell you lies. Please watch The Rock or we will cry. It's made for students just like you. You're gonna wanna see what we do this week on The Rock. 3, 2, 1, we're live.
Welcome back to The Rock HS. I'm Owen Hoffheimer.
And I'm Colin Bielitz, and we have a great show lined up for you today.
All across the globe, students have been using the new AI software to help them with homework and essays.
In this next segment, Grace and Wasu investigate ChatGPT, whether it's helping or harming students at our school.
ChatGPT is a conversational AI program made by OpenAI. Its purpose is to respond to user prompts in a human, teacher-like way, and to do things like ask follow-up questions, recognize its own mistakes, recognize user mistakes, and much more. Teachers at AHS have been concerned about how ChatGPT is being used in their classrooms, which raises the question, is AI hindering education?
So I think that AI and the ChatGPT has hindered a lot of students' ability to learn because they're not actually doing the work themselves, clearly, and so they're not doing the thinking, and so that's really preventing them from growing as a learner.
And then in computer science class, AP Computer Science, it's always an alternative now. I know that every piece of code that they want to try to write on their own, they could peel off and do it with ChatGPT as well.
I don't know if ChatGPT or any of the AI programs that are designed to generate text have necessarily hindered my students. And in fact, I think that programs like that can always be used to a particular benefit. You can put, a concept or an idea and ask the AI program to reword this in a 7th grade reading model. So a student could actually utilize that to their benefit.
We asked the student body for their opinions on ChatGPT, what they use it for, and why, if they use it at all. Majority said they had used ChatGPT for English, math, and coding.
So what I would say to students that are using ChatGPT and other sources like that for work is that at the beginning of the year, it was relatively new and teachers were unaware of it. And since then, teachers are aware of it now, and Ms. Bassetich found a website that we can actually put all of your work through. Turnitin is also coming. Turnitin.com, which we use here at the school, is also a month away from having their own detector for ChatGPT. So there are ways now that your teachers can find out if you're using those. And the big thing is that using these types of programs is definitely cheating, it's definitely plagiarism, and so that's definitely not something that you want on your record.
But it will create new challenges, and maybe we need to rethink what are we trying to do with school and education. I don't know if this will be the thing to stimulate that question any further, but it should be looked at.
We'll have to see what the future holds for ChatGPT at our school.
It used to be a train trestle some 40 years ago. It was turned into a walking path. We now call this the Tommy Thompson Trail.
Repeated arson has damaged the Tommy Thompson Trestle. Owen and Kayla talked to some community members about how the rebuilding efforts are going.
From afar, the Tommy Thompson Trail appears to be just a pathway. But if you look a little closer, one can see that it has proven itself time and time again that it is more. It is a symbol of the dedication the people of Anacortes have to their community.
Those of you who remember, it got burned down by the first time in 2009, and it got burned down again at the end of August of 2022. of this last year, and it's really important to the community, as many of you kids know, to rebuild the trestle because it's a huge part of Anacortes.
I use this trail, sometimes I've used it for biking and walking, and it makes me feel good about what the community has done for itself when I see people in wheelchairs or elderly people that can park very close to where they're going and walk just a half a mile and see some incredible sights. And so I think it has allowed people to get out and walk in a very nice environment, rather than just nothing wrong with sidewalks and walking in town, but it's pretty.
At the RV park there is a trail counter that counts all the passes of people, whether you're walking or biking, going out and coming back. And we noticed in 2020 we had close to 200,000 counts, and since the trestle burned, our numbers are way down. So I feel like it has just affected people who want to get their exercise or be outside and enjoying the outdoors.
This is used by thousands of people, it seems. I've seen a different face every single day. They also really want to help in the process, and so we have a couple things that we've set aside for some of the volunteers to be able to do. They're going to use our carts that we have here and cart our material down for us.
As sad as it is, I think it sends the message that it continues to be important and people want to use that trail. If they didn't, you wouldn't raise any money and you wouldn't fix it.
Due to the generous support from the community, you can expect to be back on the trestle in a little over a month. This is Kayla Strandberg with The Rock, signing off.
It's great to see the community coming together for a common cause.
It's that time of year again. Super Bowl 57 is this weekend.
The Philadelphia Eagles and Kansas City Chiefs will face off this Sunday.
Thurston and I made a preview for this year's big game.
As you probably already know, this Sunday Super Bowl 57 is happening. The Kansas City Chiefs, led by Patrick Mahomes, will face off against the Philadelphia Eagles, led by Jalen Hurts. Here at The Rock, we talked to students and staff and got their predictions and more. Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
The Eagles by a lot.
And what's the score going to be?
27-10, because the Chiefs receivers are just like junk. And you have Bradbury, you have Darius Slay, they're just going to lock them up. No competition.
Got different color on my diamond. I can't even see the time. I don't wanna see her face. I'ma go and get behind. Drop the top on the rib. I'ma make it lose his mind. I just made 100K. It was quicker than a vine. I was swinging from a vine. Tryna pull me down, but I climb. I'ma get it, keep trying. There's no reason for the cry. We the ones that be sliding. They the ones that be dying. Know my boys that be riding. Yeah, my door's suicide.
I think the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl.
And what do you think the score is going to be?
I'm saying 42-7. Well, first off, Jalen Hurts is a bum. Most overrated player in the league. Eagles suck. They have no defense. Listen, I watched trash Dak Prescott drop 40 on that defense, okay? If he can do that, Patrick Mahomes is definitely dropping 40. So I got Chiefs in a blowout win.
I just put up in the company. I done got rich, yeah. The egg got a whole lot stronger. I done got rich, yeah. Bitch, I blew up like Osama. Yeah, I done got rich. Yeah, been two turn all damn summer. I can't even trust myself, yeah. How can I trust you? Yeah, I just walk in what I sell. Yeah, and I buy me like 5 shoes. I'ma do your at the top, but no maximum, don't got a limit. Yeah, I was just right around GLE, AMG 43 windows tinted. Not no quarantine. Yeah, yeah, not no pork and beans. We got rights. A bitch that pull up on me, so my dick better give me right. I don't like wasting time so much, my watch is filled with ice. Yeah, y'all be standing.
The overwhelming majority of students and staff chose the Eagles to win by a score of 37-34. Currently, the Philadelphia Eagles are the betting favorites, but if you were to pick the underdog Kansas City Chiefs and bet $100, you would return $5 on your investment if they win.
This could decide the game. 4th and goal.
And they're going to snap it, and it's Trey Burton who throws caught. Foles, touchdown.
I got the Eagles. What do you think, Owen?
I think the Chiefs are going to bring it home this year.
I guess we'll have to wait and see.
That was our show for today. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to contact us at The Rock at ASD103.org. And with that, I'm Owen Hoffheimer.
And I'm Colin Bielitz. And from our rock to yours, have a great day, AHS.